Hey everybody, welcome to the Lunar Lowdown with me, Sally Nerney. Quarantine edition. All jokes aside for the moment, let me say that I hope you and your loved ones are doing well and practicing all the things we need to do to help stop the spread of illness at this time. This is the Lowdown for the new moon of March 24th, where we have the sun and the moon together in the early degrees of Pisces, the fishes. Also, Chiron, conjunct the sun and moon. Heavy hitters, Jupiter, Pluto, and Saturn are still swirling together in the end degrees of Sagittarius and the early degrees of Capricorn. Putting together this moon has been a wonderful journey with lots of static in the scene. But when I took the time to do the forms and simply drop down into peace, it was there waiting for me. This moon's information comes from a grounded and centered place of peace. From that place, I was able to see that astrologically, this moon is really straightforward to someone who understands the language. A part of me resists explaining it because I feel like I'm literally talking about how if you take a seed and you put it in the soil and you give it light, air, and water, it will bloom. This is self-evident. This is something you understand already. That's how the astrology feels this moon. Let me lay it out for you, and then we'll dig deeper. This new moon is in the constellation of Pisces, the fishes. Pisces as the last constellation in the ring of the stars, the place where the snake bites its own tail, the sacred symbol of the Ouroboros. Pisces brings endings that imply new beginnings on the next level. The symbol, two fishes, one swimming up and one swimming down, indicative of as above, so below, and how they mirror one another, indicative of your higher nature and your lower nature, and how they're bound together. The sacred being associated with that constellation is you and me, my friends, the sacred human being. Vulnerability, frailty, mortality. Pisces, the fishes, are connected in the human body to our hands and feet, the tools that we use to touch one another and touch our world. How relevant is that now? And remember, this new moon is also conjunct Chiron, the wounded healer, this character who shows us where and how we compensate to distance ourselves from that which makes us uncomfortable, from that which hurts us. Also kind of relevant now, huh? And how about that Saturn Pluto conjunction? Let me give you some words so you can understand and dream into what it is when they come together, butt up against each other, and then slowly move apart. Business as usual. Transformation. Traditional methods. Purification by fire. Contracts and agreements. Plans. Destabilization and shadow. Authority. Raw power. Ancestry. Extreme drama. Stubborn. Solid. Metamorphosis. Mortality. Death and rebirth. But let's not just leave it there. This gift of self-awareness and self-discernment of what do we do to compensate, what are we doing about the touch, where are we with the endings and frailty, all this that's coming up, this container of new moon invites us to ask, what is wise to stay back from? And what is simply a growing edge that we're being asked to come right up to, take a breath, and begin to lean past that threshold and play there. This is a perennial question for humanity. heightened now. So like I said, in my estimation, all that tells us is that we're right on track. We're in line and on time. We are right where we are expected to be. So rather than leave it there, what is the information, the guidance, the wisdom now for how to meet this very appropriate place within which we find ourselves? Stars said, this is a time of great delicacy, a time of great compassion and self-awareness. These current conditions strip away all the veils of illusion about your identity, about my identity. Who we think we are, who we hope we can be, who the world has asked us to be, who our job makes us be, our many roles in the world, our many hats. This can be very triggering for all the very obvious psychological reasons. You're smart, I don't need to go into all that. So the stars instead pointed my awareness to the other side of the scale, and here we find that this stripping down of your identity, my identity, as a great cleansing for the ego, an opportunity to return to the promise of your soul, to the promise that you may have forgotten, understandably, under the many layers of your modern life. The stars show us what gentleness is required with that uncovering. Remembering to treat yourself like a naked newborn who needs no judgments, but instead support and curiosity as you lean in to discover this newborn soul. Thanks so much for watching. Thanks for keeping the faith and the hope alive. We're all in this together. See you next time. Bye. Oh, hey, you still there? P.S. Like many of you, the current global situation has me asking, what have I got to give? How can I help? First and foremost, I'm doing a free weekly gathering, moon meditations. You can find out more about that on my Instagram or shoot me an email via my website and click on contact. And secondly, maybe what I have to offer I haven't thought of yet. Please let me know. What do you need from me? I look forward to hearing from you. Thanks so much for watching. Bye.